So I would love to know what that was like, maybe starting, like a year prior to you getting out and preparing for life outside the military.
Well, I applied for retirement about a year out
Okay.
to give us time to do all that. And the plan from the get go was to come back down here and find work in
Yeah.
Oklahoma once I retired. Um, uh, so as far as prep, of course, I did the TAPS class that's mandated for anyone that's
What
getting
is
out.
it? What's a TAP? What is TAPS class?
It's called Transition Assistance Program, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Um,
Okay.
and what that is, I think it was like a week long class, and it may be different now because it's been a while. But it's like a week long class where they bring in different people and they talk to you about filing your disability claim, your
Hmm.
GI Bill benefits, things like that. But it's very broad, and it's not. It just kind of it doesn't tell you everything you need to know. Like
Right. Right.
there's tons of stuff that I've learned since that I didn't they didn't teach you in the TAPS class.
Hmm.
But so I did the TAPS class, and it's a good starting point, especially if you're not sure exactly what you want to do.
Right.
Some people even say take it twice, which you can do. Take it twice because there is a lot of information packed in. You
Right.
know, um, but it's still not. There's still things that they miss because they just don't have the time to pack everything in.
Sure.
But so did the TAPS class, and then of course we started looking at kind of the job market down here, and the housing situation. Like, what are we going to be able to afford? Where do we want to live? What's going to be best for us? Started looking at those things, and at the time, I hadn't even thought about college or using my GI Bill. Like I said, the plan
Right.
was
Right.
the plan was get out, find a job, get settled in, and then kind of go from there. Um, and of course, so we started making preparations to sell our house there in Minot, which luckily, I mean, we were so worried about it because that's a stressful thing. Is the
Yes.
house sell? Or are we going to
Yes.
be stuck with two house payments?
Right.
Um, Luckily, we got a full price offer 24 hours after our house hit the market.
Oh my
So
gosh. Wow.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was that was huge stress relief right there.
I can imagine. Yes.
So and then like I said, I had some leave saved up, and so with you also get like permissive TDY to house hunt when you retire as well as part of that. It's commander's discretion, but so with my permissive TDY for house hunting and the leave that I had saved up that I used for terminal leave, like I said, we left Minot in September, and my official retirement date was 1 November. So
Yeah.
had a couple months to get down here while I was still officially active duty and getting the pay and everything,
Hmm.
to be able to help our transition, which was nice to have that cushion because, like I said, and this is partially my fault because I didn't really start job hunting in earnest until I got down here.
Mm.
Uh, and that's something I would definitely recommend. Start that job search about 6 months ahead of when you plan to, because
Yeah.
it's going to take a while.
Right.
Because I had seen, and I kind of maybe fooled myself because I had seen colleagues that did that. They started that search before they left active duty, and I knew a couple of guys that had a job offer while they were still coming to work. You know,
Right. Oh, wow. Yeah.
so I thought, oh man, they got jobs quick, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'll get down there and get my resume out, get things going. It took me 6 months to find a job.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, like we've said, yeah, you might have the plans, but you've gotta have contingency because you never know. Um, and just some of the mistakes that I made were not starting things early enough. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
everything worked out in the end,
Right.
but had I done like I forget what they call it, but there's there's a program where you can basically have your disability claim filed and ready to go before you leave active duty. I forget the name of the program, but I didn't do that.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know what my disability percentage, what it was going to be. I didn't file a claim until I got down here to Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
That's when I
Okay.
filed my initial claim.
Yeah.
That took, like I said, that took 6 months to
Mm-hmm.
go through. And then when my percentage came back, that was, like I said, I had been working at Locke and wasn't expecting it to be what it was. And but it allowed me to pursue the college avenue. So that was great. But of course, the claim was once it was final, it was backdated to my retirement date. But had I done the legwork before retirement, I would have had that from the get go.
Yeah. You would have had your income right out the gate. Yeah.
And it would have
Interesting.
made things a lot different. Just a lot less worry. I mean, I still would have gone to college.
Right.
And so I would probably already be graduated now, as opposed to this being my last semester. Would probably been one of the biggest differences. But you get a jump on that stuff early. That's my biggest advice to anybody that's getting ready to transition.